Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Expedite is a board game about international shipping. Are you in yet? Well, don't hedge your bets on this one quite yet, because Expedite is a really good little board game. It kind of feels like Ticket to Ride at first, but it will soon differentiate itself from Ticket to Ride. And what you're going to be doing in this is you're going to be building hubs in order to ship goods between locations. Now, this game has a lot of direct confrontation. You'll be blocking others and kind of put them in a position where it isn't best for them, and maybe you can profit off of it a little bit. And that's going to be the DNA of the game. It's a light, family-weight game with a lot of direct confrontation in it. We're going to be battling each other for locations and regions so you can ship out those goods, etc. as you're going through, and be able to cash in on those those trade cards that you can get that will give you the victory points that you access in this game. Now, the rulebook is very good. The rules are lighter. I think that works fine. The components hold us back a little bit with the art and the poker chips. I don't feel like those work all that great. But the box art is phenomenal in this game. I really like that, and I wanted to make sure I pinpoint that out. The game itself, lighter. I feel like there are good decisions in this. You can't always just take a random draw card. You're going to need to make sure that you're focused on what you're trying to accomplish and what you can accomplish to maximize your points and to maximize your actions in this game. This game has a really good feel to it, and I feel like that a lot of families are going to enjoy this, especially if you start off something lighter like Pandemic or Ticket to Ride, and you're looking for something a little bit more where you're not just doing your own thing. With that said, if you want to do your own thing and you do not want people to mess with you at all, this is not the game for you, as you will be butting heads constantly in this game for space and shipping routes, etc. It gets a really competitive kind of feel in this game that I think rewards the gamer who can make the better decisions, and I think that's what you want in a game. For us, this game is a keeper. It's a little light board game that the family can play together. I can play this with nearly anybody. People will instantly recognize the map of the world. They will understand the shipping and kind of what you're doing. And the actions on your turn are simple enough, while the decisions lead you into something much more magnificent than what you would get. This might be a stepping off point for Ticket to Ride, or maybe a sidestep in order to play something a little bit different, that feels a little bit different, but gives you that same joy that maybe you had playing that. For us, this one is a keeper. Here is Expedite. As you can already tell, it's got a very attractive box to it. So it looks like it's like a crate or something. It's got a really cool look to it, and it's very nice. You're going to get a rule book when you open up. I'll take a look at this in a few minutes. You're going to get a board. The board is nice and big, and it kind of shows you the price of everything on the different countries. You got your hub values and starts down here. A very nice board indeed, and I think it looks very professional and really works well with these kind of trails going through and the numbers that you're going to need at the different locations. Very nicely done. Get a nice custom insert or custom-esque. Everybody's going to get these little planes, these little plastic planes that look really cool in the different colors. This is probably the biggest letdown. These little chips are like Tiddlywinks or whatever. A little bit cheaper, but they work fine for what you're doing in this game. The card art's a little clip artish. It's generic, but I'll be honest, it makes it really easy to see what colors are collecting and etc. And they do have a nice feel to it. The world trades, these are nice because they do show you the start and finish where they would be on the board, including the little towns that you're going from. And they're nice enough. It's a little pale-ish. The colors don't pop off, but they are nice, and I like the trim around them. I think the cards look really cool with the little crates on the back of them, etc. Very good job with the components, except for these I'm not crazy about, but they are really user-friendly on the board. I do have to admit that. The rulebook is in full color. Here's a picture of all the components and stuff, and you can see that's kind of listed out. Very easy to see. Really, this is all of the rules. You're going to have the setup up here, and object of the game, what you're doing on the game is here. A little bit of an example, how to score in a picture. A two-person game, kind of how you work that out. And there's just the flags. I don't know why this is here, but they want to do that, so there it is. Rulebook's really good. You probably need 10 minutes to read through this, and you'll be up and playing in no time. Here's the board. At the bottom, you're going to have a score track. First person to 100 will be the winner of the game. Everybody's going to get 2 of their little planes. One will be down here on start as a starting, just a point tracker. You're going to shuffle up the World Trade deck. Everybody will get 3 of these. Think of these as kind of being like the tickets and Ticket to Ride. You're trying to get from point A to point B in order to score points.
Then you can place your guy on any one of the hubs on the board. Strategically, you may choose one over another, but you can choose anywhere you want. Only one person per spot. Then you're going to shuffle up these deck of cards. Everybody will gain 4 of these random cards. And you'll flip over a couple of these so everybody can have a little bit of a starting amount over here. And then you're ready to play. So on a turn, you're going to be able to take one of 4 possible actions. The first action is you can take the face-up cards, 2 of them, or you could take 3 off the top of the deck. Normally, I think you'll take the 3, unless there's a wild card out here or something that's a little bit more important, then you'll take it. Otherwise, they're random cards. So 2 face-up or 3 from the top of the deck. The second thing you do is you can purchase a hub. So they're pretty easy. So let's say I wanted to buy Lima. I would have to give up 2 green cards. When I did that, I would put one of my tokens on it, and it shows I am there. Now, if somebody else wanted to purchase this and get Lima, they could steal it from me, and they would have to pay 4 cards. This 2, they would have to kind of double it. So now they would pay 4. You could pay the colored ones, or these are wild, and they would simply take one of their tokens and place it on top. Now they control Lima. If somebody else wanted to go, there would be 6, and then 8, and then 10, and so on. The third thing you can do on a turn is you could play a World Trade card. Let's just say the World Trade card is going from, let's say it was going up here from Cairo. It would come down, and you want to go to Lima. Then you would score the number of points. In this case, let's just say it was 16, for example. And every time you go across somebody else, you're giving them points. Once you complete a World Trade card, then you would draw another one, as you will always have 3 in your hand at a time. The fourth possible option is if you don't like the World Trade cards you have, you can simply discard one of your World Trade cards and draw a new one from the pile if you got something that's not very beneficial to you. So those are the 4 actions. Now, let's talk about scoring a little bit. So let's say, once again, we were scoring, let's just say, with 16 points. Each time you go over here, so if you're traveling here to yellow, it's 1, but that's okay because it is the yellow one. But if you need to travel over this to get here, that would be 4. So 4 of the points would go to red. And that would continue on. You can choose which route you want to go and what will potentially score you the most points as you're going. So you're going to have a total amount of points that are listed on the ticket, and then you might have to give some of those points away to other players if you use their hubs. First person to 100 wins the game, and that's how you play Expedite.
Who should buy this game? I think it's a lighter family game. Either you have a family you want to game with or lighter gamers. The price on this game is very cost efficient. I think people are going to have a lot of abilities to get this on a budget, and I think this is going to score with a lot of people. So Expedite is what I can easily recommend. It's a keeper for us.